I am sure a lot of you have heard of Hormone Harmony by Happy Mammoth, the supplement that helps women maintain optimal hormone levels, with over 50,000 glowing reviews from women worldwide and 98% saying they'd recommend it to friends and family.
Now you can take those results even further by pairing it with the prebiotic collagen protein. It helps to relieve occasional bloating, gas, reduce sugar cravings, and help you feel satisfied longer, boost energy, and help stabilize mood swings.
And because your gut directly affects your hormones, improving your gut health can actually help your hormone harmony results so you can feel like yourself again.
Happy Mammoth is dedicated to making women's lives easier, and that means using only science-backed ingredients that can be proven to work for women. They make no compromise when it comes to quality, and it shows.
Right now, you can try prebiotic collagen protein in Hormone Harmony risk-free and get 15% off your entire first order with code BLAME at checkout.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
Welcome to
Only Murders in the Building,
the official podcast.
Join me, Michael Cyril Creighton, as we go behind the scenes with some of the amazing actors, writers, and crew from season 5.
The audience should never stop suspecting anything.
How can you not be funny crawling around on a coffin?
No, that's true.
Catch Only Murders in the Building official podcast, now streaming wherever you get your podcasts. And watch Only Murders in the Building, streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Hello.
Hi.
Well, welcome.
I got really high on Monday night,
Oh,
and I slammed my finger in the door.
damn. Damn. Yeah, when you get too high that you forget where your body starts and
But
ends.
it was a good high. Like,
Oh, that's good.
yeah, it was a great feeling.
Evening
Really
high
into my
or
body.
daytime high?
Evening high. But like,
Early,
not
4 p.m.
night. It wasn't night.
4:30.
It was 7.
Oh, okay. Hey, I said 4:30.
Yeah.
No, 7. That's a wind down.
Yeah, but like, I wouldn't really do anything. So what was I winding down from?
The day.
But I then got up at like 2 and did some work and then went back to sleep.
I don't know how you do that. I need to get a sleep study. Like, I literally wake up every day. Like, I have been woken up from like the least restful coma. Like, I'm such a raging bitch. And like, I don't even ever wake up. Unless, like, and I'm like, there's something wrong with me. I'm just so tired.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, welcome. We're a podcast here to give you wonderful, amazing, life-changing advice. We're Meghan and Melisa. And the podcast is named Don't Blame Me, because if we give you advice that fucks up your life, now you can't sue us.
Don't blame us.
We consulted with lawyers. So we are going to give some advice. And if you would like to participate, if you're like, holy hell, I need some help in my life. We're here to help you, young leprechaun. And you can give us a call at 310-694-0976. International listeners, you can send us an audio message at meghanpodcast@gmail.com. And you can also type it out. Send an email to that same address, or fill out our form, or send us a DM. We make it so very easy for you. For all of the voice recording one, including the voicemail, you have to keep it under 3 minutes. And for the written ones, under 300 words. And for all of the above, you have to be over 18. And it is anonymous, but please tell us how old you are. It does influence the kind of advice that we give you, and include as many details as possible, because as far as we know, we weren't there. You're telling us the story.
Yeah. I wasn't there. Truly.
I don't think I was there. Unless you talk about a story and I go, was I there?
Is this
play
me?
about us?
Whoopsie.
Exactly.
Did you see the
Oops.
2 TikToks I sent you? I know you saw one of them.
Oh, that big old lady. I didn't even know you sent me the one about that big lady in that little house. She's the one who's 6'1"?
I don't know how tall she is, but I just thought it was funny that she was doing the thing where she was standing next to
Next
her
to the
refrigerator.
Everybody's like I love how for some reason it's like a universal thing that people are like, let me do that. And then in the comments, it's another universal thing being like, that doesn't help at all.
No.
Like, we all don't have the same fridge.
It comes in so many different sizes.
Yes, it's not like a regulation.
There's not a standard height.
No, not at all. And I don't know why people are like, okay, here's a good thing. I'll stand in front of the fridge. And it's like, that tells me nothing. Mary.
So that one, and then I don't know if he's white, but he's non-black Michael B. Jordan.
Everyone's calling him Miguel Jordan. We found him. We found him.
Yeah.
He is, I don't think he's white, but he's not black.
He's not black.
Or he's not phenotypically. He's looking how that person I would have assumed meant when they said white Michael B. Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I saw it, I was like, no. And then I said, hold on. And then I went back and I paused and I said, you know what?
Well,
I'm actually seeing this. Like, once I got past like the facial hair, like his facial hair is just like the crisp sideburns and different hairline. Once I got past that, I said, you have the exact same nose. You have the same eyes. And these lips are actually looking somewhat similar. And I was like, this kind of is his face. But it literally has only 41,000 views. And I just say, like, I love when they listen to us because the fact that you got started that on your For You page, like, is crazy.
I know. Actually, and I think it was on my other account.
Hey, they really know. They know what we like.
Yeah, because that one also, as I've stated before, that account has also turned into a Caitlin Clark hate account as well. That's what the algorithm feeds me. And I wanted to see, because she's been from the sidelines just being an asshole. She's not even playing. She's been injured for a while. And she's acting like she's the coach, like going out and yelling at people during a call that she doesn't like. And then yelled at a cameraman that crossed in front of her. So I needed to go
to like Mexico, like go on a vacation. Get out of here.
You think that she would like Mexico?
No, that's why I wanted to send her there.
Don't.
Well, I don't want to do that to Mexico, to be fair.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that to her. I want to send her somewhere that she would not like.
Yeah.
I don't like to say this about women, but she has a punchable face.
She does. I mean, I just feel like that's a fact.
Yeah, and the personality doesn't help.
No.
You know?
You can overcome a punchable face if you have a personality that I like.
Yes.
But
also, the vast majority, I will say this earnestly, the vast majority of like funny men have punchable faces. Like, that's why they're funny. That they grew the personality to get over the fact that they have been plagued with a terminal punchable face. And so they said, what if you punchline this face instead? And then they do that. But then some people, they succumb to their punchable face and they fulfill a villain role. And then I go, okay, now I don't feel as bad for having this urge for violence. Yeah. Anyways.
Shall we get into our first?
Let's do it.
So I am 28 years old. I go by they, their pronouns. I have been with my partner for a year and 4 months now. They go by he, they pronouns, 30 years old, not middle-aged. So I am going to be meeting their mom for the first time. And they told me that like a month in advance. So she's like, so I could like prepare myself. And I feel ready. I'm still nervous because like this is actually the first time I'm being introduced to the parents because didn't have a really healthy relationship the first time. If y'all remember Captain Hook, goodbye, thank you next. But that's who I'm dating. Let's just call him Josh because I love Josh Hutcherson. And so do them. So do they. So Josh and I, like they're my forever person, and I literally see a future with them, and I love them so much. And yeah, I'm ready to meet their mom, and like I've already met their sister and their brother-in-law. They think I'm funny, which I mean, yay, that's a good sign. And their sister said that I look like I have my shit together, which is so nice, but that is a lie. That is a kind lie. But and I want to make a good first impression. Like I know. Like what not to do, like obviously no PDA because that's weird and gross. And I know my manners. I'm not going to go like overboard, like, miss and ma'am. Like, no. And I still want to be myself. I just have to, like, backtrack my humor. Don't put everything out there. So how does one, like, kind of, like, prepare themselves and not freak the fuck? I will freak the fuck out, of course, but, how do I prepare myself? Because I want to make good first impression. And, yeah, so anything. So, but I love you guys. Thank you. Don't forget to serve currents, but I mean, y'all never forget, so yeah. Bye.
We did not forget.
No,
It's a constant.
never.
I love this. This is so exciting. I love when we get like fun advice.
Yeah, this is exciting. I want to know how it went, but I think you were on the right track anyway of like, don't do PDF because gross, who wants to see that?
PDF.
Sorry, don't do PDA.
Do a JPEG instead. Oh, that's so funny. I will say that, like, I think I'm not gonna like go overboard with like the ma'am, miss, or whatever. That to me is like a know your audience kind of thing. And like I think it's like a partner's responsibility. I grew up on the West Coast. That's like not a thing that like is commonly done to people here. But if I like met your parents, like you know what I mean? Like I would be calling them like sir and ma'am. Do you know what I mean? Like that's just a difference of they're in this like they're like it's just
they expect that.
Yes, and I know that's like I think there's like a cultural aspect of like that's not me in like my life here. And if like Matz's parents weren't from Colorado, yeah, that's how I kind of would have like started to go about that. But I think that it doesn't necessarily mean that you're like not being yourself, but like it's just a matter of like you want to be yourself in a way that is like receptive to other people. So like I can mold myself so you can see the best part. Everyone can see the best parts of me, but I just have to put it in a slightly different package. And so like I think that's like what the key is about meeting parents is like you can be yourself in like when you're funny and all of that. And like the funny you are with your friends is like, it's not like you're suddenly not funny with, your coworkers or people where you have like something slightly more professional. Like delivery is always funny. Like timing, always funny. Like the content, sure, that will ultimately change. But for anybody else who like is, listening to this and like has something similar, the thing that I will always say is like the best way to kind of go about this stuff is like a neutral third place. So like going out to dinner the first time you're meeting partners, family, or whatever, I think that if you have the confidence to just be like, yeah, I'm going to travel to see my partner's family for Christmas, first time meeting them, and we're going to stay in their house. Like you are on the front lines. Like that is a bravery that like I, as somebody who like needs to decompress, like do not have. So like I always think that like going somewhere else that's like not a place that like not necessarily your apartment or your place, but someplace that feels like, neutral. You're both on even ground, even footing. That's like a good place to get to know someone. And it has like a set end time. Or it could be like, let's go get ice cream afterwards. Let's go do this, like something afterwards. But kind of similar to a date in the sense of like, you're probably just going to be like holding your breath for like a large amount of time. But I don't really think there's much you can do to like, I guess maybe there is like stuff you can do to like royally fuck up. Because I will say the only parents I've ever met are Matz's. Yeah.
I've met a few parents in my day.
I feel like parents love you.
They do. They do. I love for my meetings, so I love to be in charge of it. And
I love how someone's in charge in this situation. I didn't even know that was an option.
Yeah, like
I say neutral ground. Melissa says no, I'm in charge.
You come to my house and I've made dinner because then I'm getting complimented on my cooking and my skills, and I feel like that helps. With,
always.
Just breaking and then like asking like what they like, but never make their favorite dish because you're never going to make it the way that they want.
No, and if like your partner's like, my grandma used to make this, don't touch it with a 10-foot fucking pole. Nope. No,
you just need like a general like, do they like salmon? That kind of thing. Not
are they allergic to mushrooms?
Not let me make this very specific meal.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like that because usually when you do that, then they have like it's easier to split up in groups to discuss because somebody will be like, can I help you do this and that? And I can have my one-on-one time without it being obvious, but I'm controlling the situation. Because if I want to talk to him, I'll be like, yeah, I would love if you could, chop up this vegetable. If I don't want to talk, no, I've got everything handled. Like I can control what's happening when.
And you can retreat. You have a job. You have something to do with your hands. You get to keep busy. I like that now.
I can have like a deep breath. Like if I need a little minute alone, like it's good for me. But, I have also been in situations where actually, no, I've always been able to control it. So, yeah.
Actually, no, I'm kind of always fantastic at this. It's actually never been an issue for me. I'm actually really good at this. There's a reason why I said, without a doubt, parents love Melissa. I mean, my father's never even met Melissa and he loves her.
Yeah. But yeah, I understand how it can be very nerve-wracking. I understand that, like, it's you want to make a good impression, but you also don't want to be fake, which sometimes that can be hard to do without because I know what my humor is. It's not for new parents. Like I'm just meeting until we get to know each other. And it's like, okay, you might have the same type of humor. Let me test this out a little bit. But like everything's a little,
I think you can be a little fake.
Trying it out. You can be, you gotta in the same way when you were first dating this person, you put out your best foot and then you get comfortable and you can relax. Everybody gets to know each other and things get better, hopefully.
Yeah. I don't want you to lie like a job interview. Like I don't want you to lie to a level of like, I'll figure it out later, but like lie in a sense of best foot forward, omitting certain things, like putting yourself in a shiny little package with a bow. Like that's the way to go about it. And also like it's super normal if like you don't feel comfortable right away, or if it like takes a little bit of time, or even if you do feel comfortable still being like, I am still kind of drained. Like that's like all still very normal. Cause like at the end of the day, it's like, it's still social interactions, but it's like just it's more pressure. And like already social situations can like take a lot out of you. But ultimately like there's only, and this is the other part, I'm like, if it goes bad for anybody, that's also like not your problem. You're not related to those people. It's your partner's problem to deal with. So through all of it, if you vibe and you get along, great. But people are never going to like, not like you because it's like, oh, I feel like they were being fake or trying really hard, because the only way that like, if that's how they feel, then they immediately be like, oh my God, you don't have to call me like, sir. You don't have to call us sir and ma'am. And then they break the ice of being like, this is the level of like comfortability we can be at. So like, you're never going to be like doing too much and then having like parents just sit there and like silently judge you as they were like, we were ready to talk about tits and ass. And it was like, okay, well, you never fucking brought that up. So how am I to know?
Right.
I want to know how it went.
Let us know, please.
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 Please. Please. Please. I want to know.
I want to know. Let me know. All right. Well, we're going to take a break and when we get back, we'll get into the next one.
This podcast you're listening to, it was once just a dream. A dream that became reality not by accident, but because someone decided not to let the what-ifs keep them from creating something they believed in. Starting your own business is a dream lots of us share, but too many let it remain just a dream. Don't hold yourself back from creating what you believe in, and turn those what-ifs into why-nots with Shopify by your side. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world, and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. What if I can't design a website? Shopify's got you with beautiful, ready-to-go templates to match your brand's style. What if I need a hand? Get help with everyday tasks like enhancing product images, writing product descriptions, or generating discount codes with Shopify's AI tools created for commerce. What if people haven't heard about my brand? Shopify helps you find your customers with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns. And what if I get stuck? Shopify's always around to share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer support. So turn those dreams into and give them the best shot at success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. Shopify.com/realm. Summer really lends itself to a minimal effort, maximum impact makeup look. When it comes to looking and feeling your best, especially in the August heat, sometimes less is more. And when you're working with fewer products, you want the quality to be high, which is why Thrive Cosmetics is your go-to for a simple, clean, and radiant summer look. Every product is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and made with clean, skin-loving ingredients that work with your skin, not against it. One of my favorite Less is More products is their Brilliant Eye Brightener. It's a waterproof eyeshadow and highlighter stick that comes in 34 shades. The shimmer shades are great for brightening up your inner corners, and they also have really lovely neutral matte shades that, again, can make a really big impact on your overall look without requiring too much product. Plus, for every product purchased, Thrive Cosmetics donates products and funds to help communities thrive. And with over $150 million in product and cash donations to over 600 giving partners, your purchase directly fuels real impact. Maximize your look with minimal effort. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/thrive for an exclusive offer of 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/thrive.
Claptrap here. 2 big things are coming this fall. Borderlands 4 and Spotify Wrapped. So stop listening to that one playlist that reminds you of your ex who only made you cry. Talking about you, Veronica. And pre-order Borderlands 4, coming out September 12th.
Rated mature.
We're back, and it is time for the next. Hi, Meghan and Melisa. I am the 33 female who has been coming to terms with who my parents are for the last few years. They are emotionally neglectful, selfish stoners for my entire childhood, and a lot of my caretaking was done by my grandparents. A little over a year ago, I went no contact with my mom and have been low contact with my dad for several years. Not that he's really reaching out or anything. I really relate to you, Meghan, with your relationship with your parents. Yes, I read your book years ago, especially the weird feelings about your dad. My dad was present in a bare minimum kind of way, and it reminds me of the relationship you described with your dad. My mom also convinced my next door neighbor to let her spend the night at my neighbor's house where they were watching my yard for me/my kids. Weird. Oh, your neighbors are watching your yard? You have to watch a yard. Like water the plants?
I think so.
Okay. I've recently been feeling so much parent envy when my friends talk about their parents. For example, one of my friends got to go on vacation with her husband for a week while her mom watched her kids. I get so angry that I don't have trustworthy grandparent figures even in my kids' lives, let alone something as wonderful as getting a child-free week. I get so upset when my friends talk about how normal and nice their parents are. Even the problems aren't like the psycho ones I have. How do I deal with parent envy? I've been in therapy for the last 4-ish years, but recently stopped seeing my therapist, so I'm looking for someone new. A little over a year ago, you went no contact. I mean, I will level with you. I think you are dealing with something that, like, I have been preparing myself to deal with, like a new wave of, jealousy of that from, like, people. I would say that, like, I did this a lot younger. And so for me, it was like holidays. Like that was where I would feel like really jealous of people with the parents and stuff. And then, got over that, worked through that, or like not got over that, but like worked through that, got used to it and like understood how to like process that. And like, it's also a huge aspect of it is that like I have a significant other. And like, I also know that if I didn't, like, I'd go to Arkansas with Melissa. Like I would like I don't have like a worry in the sense that like I would feel alone in that way. Like I don't, and I think that's important is like making sure you have friends who like, know your situation and like would not let you, wouldn't let you isolate yourself, let alone have them be okay with you being isolated. So then I had to, then dealing with like the wedding stuff, I was like, oh, this is a whole other wave of like life events. And like you're dealing with the kid stuff. And like, I haven't gotten to that place yet, but like just to validate your feelings, like this is a thing I worry, like not even worry about, but like this is a thing like I dread in the sense of like, it's just like another reminder that like shit is not the same with like your family and other people's families. I think that like there's something to be said about having like a village and like having friends and people who like you feel like you can talk to like about this kind of stuff and like be annoyed about it, and like friends who support you in the same way. And like I don't know if your friends are just like, oh man, that like really sucks, like yeah, my mom's actually like great. That's like really fucking weird to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is really like a you issue, like this is like a, oh, how do I get over this, or like, or if you are just like in an environment where like you are like deeply not supported, and like why, I don't know why your friends are just talking about how nice and normal their parents are, unless like that's what you're reading into this, or like the problems.
No one's parents are nice and normal.
I was gonna say, and like
as great as parents are, as some parents may be, there's still issues.
Oh, 100%. And like, there's something like the problems can be different. And something that like I have like always tried to keep in mind with stuff like that, where it's like, if you think about it, the same thing, and I'd said this in my book, but it's like about like your first heartbreak, it will feel, the first heartbreak you have will feel the worst because like that's your only scope. That's your only barometer. That's your only sense of what that feels like. And so people's parents, like that's all they have. Like that's what they have. Like they don't know. It is like the worst to them because it is the worst possible thing to them. And we can like put ourselves in other people's shoes, but like that only works to a certain extent. And not even in this kind of context. Like sometimes one of my favorite phrases to use with friends is like, they'll be telling you about something and I'm like, love you to pieces, wrong audience. Like I'm not the right audience for this conversation. Not necessarily in this context. But I do think like if your friends are being like, oh, you've got like a hard time with your parents. Like I'm getting really frustrated. Like my mom is just like, she's not getting Broccoli, the Barbie dream house she wanted. And like, I just need to vent about it. I'd be like, love you to death. I don't want, like, that's not for me. Like drawing those boundaries with your friends, if they are turning to you being like, hey, you've got a difficult life situation. That means you can understand my point of view. And they like share something that is like, so not anywhere near compatible. To me, that's a friend problem. That's not like a parent problem. That's like a filter problem. That's like gauging the situation. That's reading the room kind of a problem. But I don't, you didn't mention having a partner, which is not really relevant to what I'm saying. But I was going to ask, like, I think you might not be able to like seek out friends or people in your community who also have the same family life that you do, but you could seek out people who are also juggling a lot more. So like, I don't know if you're a single parent, but like other single parents in your kids' class, like there are ways to befriend people who like, it's so nice to be close with someone who like has a big family and like has that kind of support, and they bring you in on that. And like, you feel really like welcomed through all that. But also there's something nice about someone who's like, oh, you're also juggling more plates the same way that I am. And we can like parallel do that together. Like we can do that in that same way. So for me, this just sounds like a community issue, not so much like your resentment, because I don't know why your friends, to be like perfectly frank, I don't know why your friends are talking to you about this. Like point blank.
Yeah.
Because it's weird, right?
Yeah, I think it's weird. I had a person in my family who wasn't as close to their actual parents, and and she's just naturally part of our family now. And like, we don't really talk about the other people because we don't need to, unless she wants to talk about it and brings it up. So I just don't, I think that the right people will create the right community for you, and you will feel part of the family without any questions asked. And I'm sorry that you're going through this.
Yeah. I think it's like it's like without a doubt a natural kind of feeling. But I also don't know how old your kids are, and if like there's like a phone tree of things like that. Like it's not too late to also just expand your friend circle for that. And I also, like, I'm not trying to like psychoanalyze you, but you said you were seemingly raised, I mean, from what you said, it seems like you're mostly raised by your grandparents. So like, that's also a lot. Like, it doesn't sound like they're here, like they're with us anymore. That's also like a loss of parent figure for like in that. So like, there's like levels to this, because it's like your parents weren't there for you, but your grandparents were there for you. And now you have kids and you can be there for your kids in a way that your parents weren't, but you don't have grandparents there to be grandparents there for them. And that's obviously difficult. But if it's any consolation, like some grandparents like are really fucking shitty. And that relationship, if it's toxic with the parent, which you're saying it without a doubt is with you, it is toxic with the kid as well. Like they're not missing out. And I hope that you can like know that. I would have loved if I never had a relationship with one of my grandmas. Like, it's just like, that's something that...
And the fact that I don't have to ask which grandmother.
Listen, that's exactly. Like, it's just a matter of you're making the right call and the right decision for your family, for what's happening, and your own life, not a hypothetical life, not a life on paper, not a possibility or what you want it to be. And so just knowing that you're doing the right thing for the circumstance that you're in, because no matter how you go about it or change, it doesn't change the circumstance that you're in, which it sucks and it's tough and it's hard. But like, that's the best part for me, that it's like the choice that I'm making is the choice that I'm making. And even if I made a different one, it doesn't change the cards I've been dealt. So like, I got to make the best of this one. And like your kids will thank you.
Yeah. And you know, now you know how not to parent as well.
Yeah. That's helpful.
Yeah. All right. We're going to take a break. When we get back, we'll get into the next one.
Saturday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Saturday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Saturday. Saturday, bring it on.
¿Hablas español?
Sprichst du Deutsch?
Kann du Norsk?
If you used Babbel, you would. Babbel's conversation-based techniques teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world, with lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers. Babbel is like having a private tutor in your pocket. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/Spotify. Spelled BABBEL.com/Spotify. Rules and restrictions may apply.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Got a car to sell but no time to waste? Hop on to Carvana.com to get a real offer for your car in seconds. All you have to do is enter your license plate, answer a few quick questions, and if you accept the offer, Carvana will pay you as soon as you hand the keys over. They even offer same-day pickup in many cities. Save your time, score some cash, and sell your car the convenient way to Carvana. Pickup times vary. Fees may apply.
All right, we're back, and here's the next one. I'm 26 and just walked away from a long relationship with my ex-fiance, Daniel. He isn't my daughter's biological father, but he's been around since she was in preschool. So to her, he was dad. That's honestly what kept me with him for so long. Her smile when he tucked her in at night made it easy to ignore how miserable I was becoming. People always say, don't stay in relationships if you're unhappy. It's worse for your kids. And they're right. But when you're staring at a little girl who doesn't know the difference, it's not so black and white. Daniel had a pattern of lying, cheating, and twisting stories to make me look crazy. He told friends I said he was the real dad, which was never true. Like he wanted to script himself as some kind of hero stuck in a situation he didn't choose. He cheated on me 3 times, then turned around and accused me of being unfaithful if I so much as put on mascara. The final straw? A couple weeks ago in Austin, I grabbed dinner with a childhood friend. I dressed up a little, nothing wild, just jeans and lipstick. And Daniel blew up my phone calling me disrespectful and parading for other men. That was the moment I realized I was done. Now I'm left asking myself, how do you know when a relationship is really safe to get serious? My daughter already had her biological father vanish. Then Daniel walked out, and I can't keep putting her through a revolving door of men. I want love, yes, but more than anything, I need someone steady for both of us. How do you spot that early on? I think that first of all, you need to be with someone who wants to be a father, and they have to know that that's on the table. Also, are you still co-parenting with Daniel, since that's the only father that she's known? Is he still going to be in her life in that sense? And if so, then you have to have the conversation with potential partners about, like, this is a co-parenting situation then too. But I think it's not an early on thing. I think you've got to be with them for a minute before you even introduce them to her. Like, it needs to be to the point where you're like, I'm in love with this man now. I need to see how he reacts around my daughter, because that's going to really set up what you're doing in the future. And there's no way for you to know if it's going to be like a long, this is going to be something that is going to be forever, because what even is forever when it comes to relationships or anything in life? But you said you don't want them parading. You don't want to parade men in and out of her life. It needs to be somebody that you're serious about. And even in the beginning, introducing him as like a friend and not just, this is your boyfriend or whatever. It's just a friend, and just see how he and she both react to him. And if he doesn't love her, and if she doesn't love him, I think that's also a telling thing of like, this doesn't need to be somebody that's in your life.
Yeah, I agree. I think that like meeting your kids should be, because it sounds like you're open and like even like wanting to get like married and like be in a relationship like that, not just like date. So if that's like something in your future that you want, then I think that meeting your kids should be the last step before getting engaged. Like, I think you should be that level of your relationship, and it should be like, you shouldn't fall in love with him as he's playing house. You should already be in love. Like, you should already be in love. And then now that I love you, I need to see how you are with my kid. And I would also put up a boundary of like, you didn't tell us how long you and Daniel were together, or like, and you were also engaged and everything like that. But like, I think it's like Melissa said, this is a friend. This is a friend. This is a friend. I don't think it's like coming over to your house. Like most of it, I think it's a lot of like, we're all going to go to the park together. We're spending time out of the house together. Anything you can do that is not playing house, because like that is where it gets the most confusing for kids. And it does feel like that's where the door is. Go places where there are no doors. But like doing things like that versus, and seeing how he is, and like, you sound like a great mom. So it sounds like if shit fucking changes when you get married immediately or a year down the line, you're fine being out. Like, yeah, dip the fuck out. But I think like to keep home like a family space, keep home like a safe place. That's where me and mom are. And like, even if like your kid has friends over or whatever, but like, that is like your place, and like you both get to make the call for who gets to be at that place. And like, if you have been dating for years and like, she's seen him so many times and is like, does he want to come over and watch a movie with us? It can be like, hey, we can talk about that. But having it be that you are not bringing a man over, that this is a decision that you make with your kid. And even like saying like, hey, do you think it would be fun sometime if like maybe we invited him to like one of our at-home movie nights? But I do think that it is a much longer process of that, because I mean, I was surprised. I mean, like, I didn't even cross my mind that you'd possibly be co-parenting with Daniel. And like, to be perfectly honest, I'm assuming you're probably not, but like Melissa said, like at a certain point, if you want this person that you're with to assimilate to the point to being like, that's like essentially like the dad like is assuming a father figure, then you can't really take that away. Like if that's what you want for your kid, then you can't be the one, okay, well, I'm done with this relationship. I'm now taking that relationship away. So that's like, I also kind of think like not every kid needs to have that figure in that way, in a way that would make you stay in a relationship that is not safe and not healthy, because you're like, well, this is how close they are to my kid. Like, I'm not someone who really believes that a kid needs a mother and a father in those like exact specific terms. A kid needs confident
Stability.
and happy, safe, secure adults or adult. Like it can. And so I think like whatever that is for you, and your kid's not missing out on anything like that. And like, yeah, it's obviously like not the same, but like I have like so many of like amazing memories with like grown-ups who were like friends of people in my life, like not like they weren't related to me. And those things can be great while you're still protecting your child's feelings. And I think in general, like I'm very wary of men who want to play house in any circumstance and situation. Like,
yeah,
you're trying to play house and we have a kid. You're trying to play house and I have a kid. You're trying to play house. You have a kid. You're trying to play house. Nobody has a kid. Like, it's just very performative. And it shows me that like they're more interested in like the act of how they're being perceived as something versus like having like the wherewithal to like and restraint to be like, let me make the right decisions of the timing of this. Like, I don't want to play house until it's ready for us to like be a home together, be a family together.
Yeah, good luck. I just say, wait a little bit and make sure that this is somebody that you want in your life, not just because they would be what you ran into an issue with before is that you kept Daniel in your life because he was a good father but wasn't a good partner. So just be wary of that, of falling for somebody because they treat your child well, but they treat you like shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to take a break. And when we get back, we'll get into the final one.
This episode is brought to you by KPMG. Making an impact is how KPMG helps make the difference. KPMG applies advanced tools and strategic thinking to convert data into actionable knowledge and deliver value by improving performance through transformation, modernizing processes with technology, harnessing the power of data, navigating complex M&A transactions, and enhancing trust among stakeholders. Go to kpmg.us/advisory to learn more. KPMG. Make the difference.
You don't technically need this car. You say that out loud to yourself. You say, I have no space. You say, I'm just looking. Then you click. Then you zoom in on photo number 87 and whisper, oh no. Then you text a friend, the one who always enables you. You say to yourself, this is the last one, knowing it is not. You don't need this car. But maybe, just maybe, this car needs you. Bring a trailer. It's never just a car.
Optimism isn't sunshine and rainbows. It's fixing things, changing the way we fix things. It's running the world on smarter energy. Because if optimism never stops, then change can't either. GE Vernova, the energy of change.
We're back and it is time for the last. Hi, Meghan and Melisa. I'm 23 from Georgia, and I need you to settle this once and for all. Is right person, wrong time real, or is it just the plot of every Nicholas Sparks movie? Here's the deal. I dated this guy. We broke up last June, and technically it wasn't a messy breakup. No one cheated, no screaming matches, just a lot of confusion. The last week we were together, I was riding the emotional roller coaster of my birth control and turned into someone I didn't recognize. Think mood swings, but like Olympic level. I'm a Pisces, so when I feel things, I feel them hard, and he got the brunt of it. Asterisk here. I don't know if that's a horoscope. I would talk to your doctor about PMDD.
Yeah.
I feel, we split, but a few weeks later, he dropped I love you for the first time. In my brain, that meant season finale plot twist, we get back together. Spoiler, we did not get back together. Instead, we've just kind of been orbiting each other, never going too long without talking, but never actually fixing anything either. He keeps saying I deserve better, but honestly, I just think he hates himself. Meanwhile, I'm here like, sir, you are the better that I want. So now I'm stuck. I'm dating other people. I'm in therapy, but deep down, I can't let go. So tell me, am I holding out for right person, wrong time? I think you have a misconception of what right person, wrong time means. Because it's real, but you're not giving the time.
No.
You're still in the wrong. You can't hold. It's not a back burner kind of a thing. Very rarely does it like circle back to like work out to be like, oh, wow, wonderful. But like you have to let it go so time can pass. Right now you're in like that Oprah movie. That was a book.
You're going to have to be way more specific than that.
Yeah, she loves an adaptation. I was going to say Reese Witherspoon. Unfortunately, Mindy Kaling. Wrinkle in Time.
Wrinkle in Time, yes.
Yeah. Trippy movie. Loved that book, though. That, like, you can't hold on to the right person for the time to get right.
I think I'm about to say something and it may come off a little too harsh, but I just want to say it and put it out there. I think this is the wrong person at the right time. Because and I think that you both might be a little toxic here. Because what do you mean he hates himself, but you're the better that I want?
I think you might hate yourself a little bit too.
I think so too. And then also, what do you mean that he told you he loved you, but y'all aren't together anymore, but y'all are still orbiting each other?
But also, what do you mean he told you he loved you after this breakup and you took that as a, ooh, fun little plot twist? I'm like, yes. No, babe.
No.
That's not how you should have been receiving that information.
You are treating this as if it is a romance novel and not the real world.
Yeah, put the Kindle down. Put the Kindle down.
Put the Kindle down and let's take a moment away from this relationship completely. Let's go to the doctor and get checked out for a PMDD because I also know that feeling so much. Mm-hmm. So let's just take a moment to check in with ourselves to make sure, that we love ourselves and we're taking care of ourselves physically and mentally. After we do that, maybe we can talk to him again, but I need you to be better before then because you really are like you're trying to live out a romance novel and not in reality.
No, you're stuck on you're stuck on the first guy. Like it's imagine like watching a romance movie or romance and reading a romance novel and like the main character like will not break up with the setup that gets her to the next guy. And you're like, my God, like let go of this one. This one is not the right one. You're on like page 30 and being like, let's wrap it up. And you're like, no, the episode just fucking started. My God, the credits just end. Like, literally the intro. Like, we just saw the title card. Right. So...
This is your inciting incident, which...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is set up to get you to your fucking person. And you're holding on to dear life. Dear life. And might I suggest one of the best ones of that, like, setup that I'm like, why the fuck would you want to be with this person? Why are you even sad about this breakup? Crazy Stupid Love. The character, whoever Emma Stone is, I mean, both of them who they're with, but like Emma Stone, you're just like, oh my God, like, and you're wanting a proposal from this, like you're so clearly settling, and everybody in your life knows you're settling, and you deep down also know you're settling. But I also like want to say like even like how you're framing this of being like we're both orbiting each other. No, with love, gonna be harsh as well. You're orbiting him. He's the sun. He's telling you I'm not good for you. I'm bad. All of these kinds of things, and you are accepting all of those flaws and being like it's okay. It's okay. He's not trying to make it any better. He's not working on that. He ultimately hates himself, and like in reality, like the reason why you're not getting over this is because like you never stop participating in this. Mm-hmm. Like you're still in the thick of it, and like. Unfortunately, like this is the best and this is the best and the worst it will get. Like this is consistent. This is where it's going to stay. It's not going to change from here.
Yeah. Yeah. To quote my favorite TV show. So, the whole pick me thing originated from Grey's Anatomy with Meredith standing.
Choose me.
Love me. That is where pick me came from. That is the origination.
Original pick me girl?
Yes. That. The reason it has that name is because she was literally saying, pick me, choose me, love me.
So was she also like personality-wise a big pick me?
Yes, he was cheating on her. I mean, no, she was the other woman.
Girl. Oh, I saw that clip on TikTok where the other dog, she like runs, like, where is she? And like runs there, like, wrong person. And I was like, damn, this show's fucking messy.
Yes, but I mean, she ends up with him and he dies, whatever.
Okay.
But I mean,
Congrats.
that was her guy. And then
R.I.P.
Yeah, he's dead. Not in real life, but Patrick Dempsey.
No, Patrick Dempsey's alive and well.
Very much. But then Christina came to her and was like, he is not the son you are. And so like you need to become the main character in your own story and become the son, and then let them rotate around you.
Yeah,
we're not in orbit with each other.
No, you're not in orbit. They're orbiting you. Get out of orbit. Hop on out. It's like a wave pool. I need you to break from the current. Get out of that gravitational pull.
Yes.
And you can do it. Watch Interstellar. You can get out of that pull. The answer is love. But like
in this case, it's not love.
Well, because this one's not love.
Even though he's saying I love you after y'all have broken up.
The way that you took that is crazy to me.
Was it like I love you, but like we can't be together type thing? Or was he like, I love you and it's just the wrong time? I need to know how this was, or was it like in a text message like,
well, tough shit, because guess what? I also love you.
Yeah.
What? And the fact that like,
did you say it back?
And also you're like, nothing really changed after that. Okay, regardless, first of all, it should have not changed for the better. That should have made you be like, ew. I hate, like, that's such a weird, manipulative, gross, and also like loser thing to do that I'm like, first of all, you don't love me. Second of all, get out of here. Like, it's just.
Please tell me you didn't say it back. But I think you did.
No, if you said it back and then you guys are just like fucking around with each other, like, I'm like, dude, the way that I know your friends are like begging you to fucking be done with this. Like, they're like, I need to, you are not in love with this man. This man is not in love with you. And like, what kind of love, like, are you thinking of romances? Because like, by the way, Walk to Remember, she has cancer. She's a teenager.
No,
she dies.
I think it's one of those where like, I love you. Well, I love you too, but we can't be together right now. I think that's what they think this is.
But like, how long do you think those books are? Because like, imagine like you're on the fifth installment of a series and you're still stuck in that place. You're not rooting for them.
No.
You're not rooting for them. You can't just like pick and choose the moments and the blips and then put them together in an order that it's a quicker timeline to then be like, see, I'm rooting for them. I'm not rooting for them.
No.
I'm rooting
for them to go work on themselves.
Yeah. Don't let this man get in the way of like finding the person you're actually supposed to be with.
That got me riled up more than
I want you to
expecting.
I'm not asking you to break your Kindle, but I am asking you to like, let's give it to a friend.
Go on a break.
Yeah, I don't even want it in the same home as you.
Remove it from your Amazon account.
I want you to get less literate. Yeah. I want you to rot your brain. I want you to watch no romances. I want you to watch Gladiator. I want you to watch Hereditary. I want you to watch War of the Worlds. I want you to watch zombie movies. I want you to watch.
No, I want you to watch old lady movies. My old lady movies. No, my old lady movies, which is all those. I mean, there is like romance elements to it, but all those are about like finding yourself and being a better version of yourself and loving yourself.
Yeah. And
then the romance comes later.
And if you want to like, no, you're not healed enough for that. I have other recommendations once you're healed, but I fear if I tell you them now, you'll just be like, I can do it. No. This is like, I tell mods, I was like, reading is great. I do wonder that unfortunately, I think it is benefiting some men. And their toxic behavior has been romanticized.
Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of these novels are romanticizing toxic behavior.
Yeah.
Like most of them.
And a lot of people are like, oh, well, no, it's great because these books, it's like, I don't need a man. I can just like chill with these books. And I'm like, yeah, but that's like not really a thing that most people are feeling. If you're reading a ton of these books, you also want to experience this. And unfortunately, you have romanticized this. Or like that one girl with the Kraken, the Seattle hockey team. Mm-hmm. Now you're sexually harassing hockey players. And you go, I wasn't aware that was sexual harassment. And I go, well, you're screaming smut at them. That is sexual harassment. Those are real people. And I swear to God, if you're watching The Summer I Turned Pretty, No,
Stop.
you're not. You're done. You've been cut off. Watch The Grinch. I don't know. Something else.
There's a love story in there too.
That's true. But I just need you to not see yourself in them. And I'm thinking hopefully a green furry suit will take you out of it a little bit more. Well, that is it. We hope you all enjoyed. Hey, sometimes we have to give tough love. We do. We can't let any of our listeners be like in the orbiting men. That's like fundamentally against our ethos.
Yes.
Deeply against what we stand for. And we need you to stop. So that's what we're here to do. One planet at a time.
One solar system, one I don't
galaxy.
Know. I just gotta I'm just ugh.
Yeah. I will say though, I do want to watch this movie because I need to see how this went down. Okay.
I feel like we already know this movie.
I know.
All right. Well, join us tomorrow for Fisting Friday. Monday, we've got a new episode of But Am I Wrong? Tuesday, see you next Tuesday. Wednesday, take a little break, and then we'll be back on Thursday for another episode of Don't Blame Me.
Woohoo! We hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you next time.
Yeah.
We don't have another one for this. I forgot. Bye! This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Post-production by Coco Lorenz.
Production assistance by Melanie D. Watson.
And music by Ryan Hunter and Giacomo Picasso.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Tom.
So, you want to tell him, or you want me to tell him?
No. I got this. People out there.
Yeah.
People, lean in. Get close. Listen, here's the deal.
We got big news.
We got monumental news. We got snacktacular news.
Yeah, after a brief hiatus, my good friend Michael Ian Black and I are coming back.
My good friend Tom Cavanaugh and I are coming back to do what we do best.
What we were put on this earth to do.
To pick a snack.
To eat a snack.
And to rate a snack.
Scientifically.
Emotionally.
Spiritually.
Mates is back.
Mike and Tom Eat Snacks is back.
A podcast for anyone with a mouth.
With a mouth. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Amy Nicholson, the film critic for the LA Times.
And I'm Paul Scheer, an actor, writer, and director. You might know me from The League, Veep, or my non-eligible for Academy Award role in Twisters.
We love movies, and we come at them from different perspectives.
Yeah, like Amy thinks that, Joe Pesci was miscast in Goodfellas, and I don't.
He's too old. Let's not forget that Paul thinks that Dune 2 is overrated.
It is.
Anyway, despite this, we come together to host Unspooled, a podcast where we talk about good movies, critical hits,
fan favorites, must-sees, and in case you missed them.
We're talking Parasite to Home Alone.
From Grease to The Dark Knight.
We've done deep dives on popcorn flicks. We've talked about why Independence Day deserves a second look.
And we've talked about horror movies, some that you've never even heard of, like Ganja and Hess.
So if you love movies like we do, come along on our cinematic adventure.
Listen to Unspooled wherever you get your podcasts.
And don't forget to hit the follow button.
It's ticklish business any way you look at it. Come on, we'll stick together.
Love movies? Love classic movies? So do we. Ticklish Business is the podcast where classic film is discussed in modern times. Hosted by me, film journalist Kristen Lopez, and my co-host, author Emily Edwards, we dive into the golden age of cinema with fun, heart, and serious expertise. As published film historians and lifelong classic movie buffs, we bring insider insights, deep research, and lively debates with a variety of special guests, ranging from celebrities like Holly Madison to TCM luminaries Dave Karger and Eddie Muller, and even family members of old Hollywood legends. Subscribe now to Ticklish Business on your favorite podcast app, and let's talk about old Hollywood today.